Hello, my name is Dr. George Mochocki, and welcome to Introduction to Business Organizations. This week we're going to be covering Chapter 16, Promotional Techniques for Businesses, from small to large. We'll give you a good general idea about promotional. We've talked to previous chapters in the series on marketing, integrated marketing concept. So remember, part of the marketing concept is the promotional. In marketing, you have the sales, you have the advertising, you have the public relations, and we will, in this case here, we'll talk about a little bit about public relations and promotions, how to persuade the customer to come into your shop, hopefully to become a buying customer. Okay, so you're either taking me in an online class or a face-to-face class at a community college, or you're viewing this as a YouTube. So make sure you look me up. I teach either at College of Lake County in um, Illinois, Lake County, or Harper College in the northern portion of Cook County. So look me up. It helps the publisher, helps the community college. Is the best money for your best value for your dollars. You have a lot of individuals who have advanced degrees uh, and are teaching, not only giving you the theory, but also taking the theory and showing you how to apply it in real life. Most of us that teach business are practitioners, so we take real life, we take theory and make it actually happen. Okay, so let's get going. Now, on promotional, you'll be doing a feasibility study for this class as a team project. And part of that, you're going to have to come up, you already came up with an idea, a product or a venture, and now how are you going to promote that product? We talked about different product life cycles and the different life cycles of different pricing strategies that we talked about last chapter. And now let's look at the same rationale, looking at different life cycles, different product life cycle. And right now, most of your businesses are starting off, they're new. So most of your promotional advertising would be awareness and get them into the shop and get them to talk and to know that you're out there, you're open for business, and here's your product and here's your brand. And so they get a little bit to know about you, and that's how this chapter is going to start. So let's look about the promotional mix. Now you already have access to my concept maps or mind maps. You're utilizing Blackboard Course Management System, and you're also utilizing the integrated software system, which is provided by the publisher. So you've already had first exposure. This is more of a summarization. You've already listened to me in lectures or in our discussion groups, and you've done the software, you've done the tests, the quizzes, and now you're just now, this is, okay, now did I miss anything? So I'm preparing not only for my final, but also for my final team project that I'm supposed to have 35 concepts or vocabulary throughout the whole paper, and this is a good one to get a lot of them out of their way. Okay, so let me just increase this, I think, to about, what have I been using? 200? 200 looks good. So if I look at a promotional mix, and you're following along, the promotional mix is broken down into several different aspects. Based around the product. So you're looking about advertising, you're looking personal selling. Let's see where the heck goes. As we've talked before, everything focuses around the product. So your personal selling, your sales promotions, your public relations, your advertising, they all have the same message or theme at this present time that you're trying to communicate to your clients or your customers. So personal selling, advertising, public relationships, and we'll talk, that's part of the promotional mix. All saying the same message at different frequencies and different exposure rates to different target markets, but so with repetition and at the right timing, the right place, you can saturate and bring in your message with a clear understanding directly and indirectly to your audience. Okay, so integrated marketing communication, or IMC, combines promotional tools into one comprehensive strategy, just like we talked about. IMC is used to create a positive brand image. You always see that, like Apple has a really good brand image, meet the needs of the consumers. Objectives of integrated marketing: one unified plan, one message, one communication, Anytime the customer sees my brand or my image, they have the same. If I look at Walmart, you're thinking of Walmart, the lowest quality. I mean, the lowest prices, the best prices at the lowest cost, high quality products at the lowest cost. When you look at Marshall Field or Penny's, you're looking at the higher end of a destination store. You're looking at a more of a higher end products, but higher quality or perceived higher quality. So it's one unified plan, influences perceptions and attitudes of buyer behavior. It builds brand equity, provides information, and manage demands and build sales and differentiation and it makes your product different. Okay. Now steps in a promotional campaign. Let's make this a bit. Maybe I'll make it 300. See how this works, okay? Oh, very easier. Then you can see if you're on your smartphone. Steps in a promotional campaign. You first of all have to identify your target market. I've been preaching that all day, every time. Who are your customers? Who are your customers? Once I know the customers, if you take me or another instructor, another course, consumer behavior, you understand how the consumers behave. What certain triggers motivate them? What certain stimuli are you looking at and where? Where do you advertise? Determine a promotional budget. How much money you have depends which ones you want to get the best exposure and frequency rate for your dollars. Developing a unified message one time so everyone gets the same message. It's quality, value pricing, best pricing, good service, whatever the message it is at that time that you're trying to convey to your consumers. This is what your unified integrated marketing communication strategy should be focusing on. Not different messages. I got quality, I got low quality, I got quality, I got low prices, I got high prices, I got variety. It confuses a consumer. Give them one at a time. Make sure that saturates and go on to the other one. And this is where you're developing the brand. Implement the plan and then you evaluate. Do they understand the message? When they think about my company, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Do they think value or do they think pricing? Depends what your message. If it's completely different to what I've been my strategy, then I better go back to the drawing board and say, what happened? How did we get this miscommunication to my consumer group? Now, advertising, you see, I got dollars. Advertising is communication, but a paid communication for the organization. For me, I'm communicating a certain message, so I'm paying through my promotional dollars, through the ads, through the media. If the media is looking at TV, print ads, to convey that message. But I'm paying it. I control it, and I hope I get the proper cause and effect for my advertising dollars. So it's paid, non-personal communication. Major goals of that is to inform or just persuade individuals to come and purchase my product. Having several students are taking speech at the same time, and they're doing informative speech. So they're informing a little bit about the product, and then they have to do a persuasive speech. And that's all marketing. Is how do I persuade you to come into my store, purchase my product. So we have a transaction of currency going back and forth, which improves and stimulates the economy through Adam Smith. Okay, and remind them about our good quality service. So I'm always keeping a brand. Don't assume that they remember. You have to remind them that what your company stands for. Okay, major categories of advertising. Now, I'm not going to go through all of them. The author did a real good one. You have retail, you have trade, you have business to business, right? Manufacturer to manufacturer. You have institutional, creates desirable image. I just hit them real quickly. Retail to consumer, those of you who are following along. Trade, manufacturers, wholesalers to retailers. Business to business, manufacturers to manufacturers. Product, creates a desirable image for the product. These are all different types of advertising, different integrated marketing campaigns I have at different times, depending on what's going on in the public, depending on what my competitor is doing, depending on the feedback I'm getting from my customers. Okay, advocacy, it supports a particular view or issue. Comparative, compares competing products to mine. Hopefully mine are better value, and we've done that through the SWOT analysis in the last chapter, and you are required for your feasibility paper one SWOT analysis underneath the marketing or advertising. Interactive, Customers-oriented ads allow customers to choose information to receive online. Computer ads featured. It's spelled wrong. Yeah, you got that. Very good. On different sites, mobile. Everything's more mobile as they reach consumers on cell phones to let them know. And a lot of ads, especially with the Apple, to get your location. So you're close to my store. Hey, come on in. We have a special sale just now for the next hour. Come on in. You see how I could use the apps to my advantage. Okay, advertising expenditure by media. And this is just a chart. If I'm looking at this, and the author did good, I'm not going to go there. Everyone knows TV is the most expensive, most used. Direct mail, because you reach a certain specific things. Digital is the next one. And then newspapers dwindling, radios dwindling, magazine, depends if it's high end. Outdoor signs are still good. And directories, okay? So you have different dollars. So how much money do you have and what you could afford? You're not going to be able to afford to open up a business TV ad. Direct mail is very what do you call it? Effective, efficient if utilized properly. Okay, so now let's take it to the next one. Now we're going to look at factors that affect promotional mix. Types of the product. Okay, life cycle. We talked about that. I've been going through that from the last couple of chapters. It makes a difference. If I'm in a decline, I got to change the face of the product. No different than if I'm more of a mature type of person like me. Myself, I had dyed hair. I don't, but people have facelifts, have other things, so they look younger, look more vital. So when they're going for the new employer, they can't ask you the age. So after they find out, holy mackerel, I didn't know this guy was 95 years old. I'm not. But you know what I mean? So there's a lot you could do. The life cycle, and the same with your product. If it's going to decline, how do I change it? Use baking soda. Look, baking soda is not for your teeth, healthy, everything else, environmental, everything else. Before, it's only for cooking. I reinvented a product, reinvented a brand, found a new cause, found a new direction. And it's the same thing you do for your own self. Action of competitors and available funds. Okay, launching a direct mail, okay? Direct mail campaign, you got a plan for it. And basically, what should your mailing accomplish? Are you just looking for exposure? Are you looking for people coming in the store? Are you looking for to buy a new product? Are you looking for product awareness? Are you looking just to remind them of that I'm in the business? You'll get the right list. Better the list, the better chance of your success. You don't want to just send out and people say, I don't even know about this store. I don't like it. So you do some qualifying. We're going to talk about business. There's a lot of secondary lists out there that will be maybe not exactly what you want, but specific to your industry that they have some interest, so they may look at it. Stand out. We're bombarded with so much different kind of advertising. What makes your ads different? Get help. Contact a marketing firm with direct mailing experiences. That's all they do. They'll have the direct. They'll have the mailing list. They have it broken out with demographics. They'll be able to get you the best costs. You got to pay them up front, but the best exposure. A follow-up, one mailing is not enough. And that's when we talk about a marketing. We talk about frequency and exposure rate. How often do you expose? How often do you send an ad out? And that depends on how much exposure you think someone's gonna get. Remember, newspapers, 1-2 days they throw it away. A magazine may lay around for a month, or if it's in an office or in a business or reception, maybe there for a year, and people can still see that ad. So it has a longer shelf life from an advertising perspective, because it's there. People look at it and look at it and look at it until they get rid of it. Okay, popular advertising media. TV advertising is still the dominant media. Digital recorders coming on next. Challenge TV advertising because they can skip them. And cable did that and went back and forth because the publishers said, hey, we're advertising with you, you're guaranteeing us this market, but then you're giving your customers a way just to eliminate our ads. What the heck is going on here? So, they changed a little bit on them. You got to fast forward. Okay, product placement. Advertisers pay to put their products into TV shows and movies where the audience will see them. And if you look at this one, remember, well, who do you think is advertising this? Huh? Let me see. I don't see Popeye Chicken, Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC, and Coca-Cola. If they would be not paying for the advertising, you would just have chicken and some kind of brand name that you wouldn't be able to read. Good advertising, subliminal in there, but it's costly. But they had to pay for some of that. Okay, online experience. Make sure that the brand messaging is key. Make sure calls to action are effective. Site must be easy to navigate. And, there's consultants and there's people out there to be able to tell every move that your majority of your customers are going through. Users want fast, reliable site. I don't want all these things popping up I can't turn off. I'll never come back to your site. That's me, and it's a good percentage of people. Pay per tweet. Users with disabilities should be able to navigate. Okay, now pay per tweet. Celebrities can earn large sums of money by just mentioning a product or a site on their tweets. Do you think it's ethical for celebrities to get paid to tweet per written ads that appear on their own personal comments? You almost would expect that a celebrity. Look at Michael Jordan. He or a brand. Celebrities are a brand. That's how they make their money. That's you know what I mean. They're there for a while. Some are longer. Some are shorter. So look at a celebrity as a brand, just like you should be looking at yourself as a brand. What do people think of you when they see you? And whether at work or your friends, or when they see you, Giorgio, he's creative. He's outgoing. He's out of the box thinker. He's a problem solver. He's a good team player. That's my brand. That's George Mochocki. When you think of that, what do they think of you? Remember, you are a brand. Similar to when you go to the store, what do you expect the service and the quality, depending on your previous service and quality you had there. Okay, now they talked about social scammers. Be wary. Requests for money transfers. People still do it, man. Even from friends or accounts, call up and check up. Be wary when you use applications. Don't give unnecessary information. And also click on. I was looking at something at Chrome down here, and I was going to click on to download to my laptop, and they had one look like this, but the thing was oblong, which basically was a fake. It wasn't there. I mean, they probably got into it, but they put a lot of different cookies or spam on there, and then they would have downloaded Chrome. So it was like going around. Make sure you always get to this site you're looking for, and as they do, expand it to make sure that you are at the site, that it's not been hijacked, or there's another site that's kind of taking you back door to your site. In the meantime, it's adding things along. Okay. Now, global advertising. Okay, so this one, users of a URL expanders to see full address links on friends' pages. Okay, now global advertising. It requires marketers to develop a single product and promotional strategy to implement worldwide. Kind of hard. Visa, if you look at Visa, could be everywhere. Some products you have a rise in global markets is using one advertising campaign in all countries, especially bad translations. So remember, you try to do it. You want it to have maybe the theme is the same, but you have to use different language, different verbiage, and you have to check it. Don't do verbatim, because it could have a whole different meaning than just the words itself, because of the way the words have been connected together. Implied meaning. Okay, personal selling, face-to-face presentation, business, all that. Promotion of a product. Salesperson searches for new prospects. Follow up a service. Salespersons need to listen to customers, help to reach a solution, and to do everything possible to make the transaction as simple as possible. Easier said than done. Okay, steps in the selling process. Okay, prospect in the selling process. Prospect and qualify. We're going to talk a little bit about prospecting and qualifying right up in here. But so now I've got a list of people, a list of individuals. I'm going to come in there. I'm going to sell them. How I approach them. Look at it if you're going on a date and you want that certain person. You're not going to be. You want to come across like, you got finesse, you got style, you got class. Now, when you're going to a customer, don't come across real harsh. No one wants the pushy salesman. Hey, how can I help you? Depends on the individual. If they look like they're business type, be more professional. If they look like they're more laid back without the tie, hello. Don't go, yo, but yes, sir, may I help you? Always use politeness. Always use a smile. Always be face forward. Look at the individual. If they want you to back off, back off. Just hang around. Don't follow them like they're going to steal something. Be in the general area. They'll come and find you. If you approach them well, they'll come and seek you out as somebody else because you made that contact and the connection with them. Okay? Make the presentation, and you have to adjust your presentation. Most of you have been trained with some kind of canned presentation. You adjust it individual. They got a family. Oh, this is nice for the family. They look like they're single. Oh, this is good for your, at your home, relaxing or entertaining. Or if you look at a married couple and you're in that time together, or with a partner. You remember, so you have to adjust it. You have the can, but you just do the tweaking. It's like a room. I just adjust a little bit different to meet the uh, make the presentation more presentable. Answer any kind of objections. Use an objection as a springboard to sell more, to bring out the product, the positives. Don't look at it as a negative. A lot of times certain people are going to have some objection to the price. So kind of have a story. Yes, the price is high, but if you divide it over 30 days, look what you're getting. Look at all these other things. How long does it take you to do this task? This simplifies it for you. So the savings and equating, you look like a very person, make about $30-$40 an hour. So that's about $10 savings over the day. Hey, that's a saving over a year. You're paying for yourself. Okay? I sound like a salesperson. Okay. Now close the sale. Close the sales means either have them charge it, put it a layaway. If you're doing business to business, close the sales to have another meeting because you're doing it to different buying centers. Statement or a question that moves the process towards a person. Okay, now we settled that. Answer all your questions. So what do you think? Should I wrap this up, or which color would you like, or how would you like me to deliver this? Personally, on the hand, or mail, or whatever. And then follow up afterward. Cognitive dissonance is to remind them with different ads that they did make a good decision. You don't want them to come back. I bought this. I felt pressured. I don't really like the product. You want to come back. Yeah, I bought this. It's a good product. Do you know it has? It's a number one rated, whatever. And that's with feedback. Necessarily doesn't have to be you calling, but sending them information, advertising, promotional communication that um, solidifies and supports the brand and the concept and the reason this individual bought this your product or service. Okay, prospecting and qualifying the sales. Business to business. Here's how the sales you go. You start with the approach. You ask the questions, make the presentation, close the sale, do a follow up. Nothing changes, right? So it looks like the same one. Prospecting. Oh no, I did that. I must have got that wrong one. Sorry. Okay, prospecting. Researching. That was the wrong slide. Sorry. We're live. Remember, those of you doing it, we're live as it is, just like in a classroom. I just put it in the wrong place. Prospecting. Researching potential buyers and choosing those most likely to buy. Sometimes in the store, you get to look at, he's ready to buy. So like, oh, he looks like he's ready. She may go out with me, or he may go out with me. Okay, qualifying. Now, they have to have certain qualifications, right? If I'm looking at certain qualifications, making sure customers have a need for the product. I don't like to sell them something that they don't want. I'm going to bring it back and they're going to be happy. I don't want that to happen to me. Have the authority to buy, get a MasterCard, Visa charge, and the willingness to listen to the salesperson. That individual becomes a prospect. So they look like they can afford it. They look like they have the money to buy it, and they are willing to listen to the sales pitch. He or she is a good prospect. Okay, now this next one, successful selling strategies. Sorry. Know your competition. Understand their pricing because your customers already did their research, especially since the shopping or especially good at they're ready to check that out. Understand your customer's business and what their needs are, or try to find that out. Differentiate your product or service from your competitors. Yes, they're similar, but we do this and that's no charge, and it was the same price. And, so they could see, oh, there's more benefits. You're giving more benefits. Let them make the decision, and then they can stack it up. Don't lie, because they already know. Let them do it. You don't lie. They'll always find out. Tell them the truth. Your product's better. You have a good product. It sells for itself. Build a relationship between you and the individual. Eye contact. Talk a little bit small talk. Not too much. Get back to business selling. Put the right people in the right selling spot. Some people just aren't people person. They don't know how to talk. Okay, whoops in sales. Not feeling the customer's pain. Something goes wrong and they come complain. Try to put yourself empathy inside their shoes. Making money is not the only goal. No, it's customer quality, services. You want sustainability. I can make money short term. I want the business to be for a long term. I got a good brand name. Getting upset during presentation. Don't get upset. The customer's asking a question. It may not be always right, but you have to just redirect it and find out and explain it in a way that he or she will accept it. And sometimes they may not accept your facts, and that's fine. Some customers will have to walk. I'm not trying, geez, George, what kind of sale? It's just life. You can't do all and everything else. How much time you're investing, and or maybe another salesperson will be able to connect where you weren't able to. Not being yourself. Be yourself. Don't try to be somebody you're not. Neglecting relationship. Okay, when I look at public relationship, when I look at PR is something that's out there. People talking about my business. I don't control it. Hopefully it's good. That supports the brand. I could use it. Public attitudes. I look at change of policies, procedures in response to the public, information to earn the public understanding and acceptance, and executes a program of action. Now, there's 3 steps. I got to listen. That means I'm looking at social media, TV. I have people that in larger organization, all they do is look at Facebook, read the paper, see if anything else with the company's name has been mentioned, in either positive or negative, and could I utilize this to keep the momentum going, or how do I stifle or put out the negative through proper channels, or either through an advertising or going back on the public news media and try to present my side of the story. It's tricky, but sometimes that's the only way you have to do it. Okay? So listen to the public, change policies, inform people you're responsive to their needs. Okay, so publicity. If I look at publicity, is any information about an individual, product, or organization and is not paid for or controlled by the seller that's distributed to the public through the media. Advantages, it's free, reaches people that were not looking at advertising, and more believable than advertising. So if it's a negative one, they're going to believe it. If it's positive, you have a higher you want them to believe it. So it depends. Remember, you don't control this media, but doesn't mean you don't manipulate it or work within it. That's why they have a PR department. They make sure that they know when the mayor's there. They make sure, ask the mayor when we have a grand opening, could you be here? He also wants publicity in a positive. We'll open up a new facility, Georgia facility, bringing in 20 new jobs into the area, brand new company. They got publicity. He gets publicity. Everybody works. The society, that region gets publicity and helps economically. Okay? Now, what are the disadvantage? Always a disadvantage. No control over whether the media will use the story or when they may release it. It can be good or bad. Once the story has been run, it isn't likely to be run again. Remember, in advertising, I could do it over and over. Okay, so now let's look at sales promotion. You have internal and external sales promotion. Your employees, customers, you could do this out to them, give them a discount. They could be out there looking at the new product, and so pretty soon our company's going to be having it. Promotional tool that stimulates consumer purchasing. The dealer's interest by means of short-term activity. Remember, sales promotion is short-term. I have so much inventory. I want to move it. I want my sales is off this month. I want to increase sale. I have a promotion. What do? I spend so much money and so much return on my investment for my ads, but where do I do it? Which market? Who am I trying to accomplish? Okay, so they have different categories. You have business-to-business sales and consumer sales. Consumers we're going to talk about, coupons, demonstration, sampling. I go Sam's, Costco a lot of times, even Walmart or Jewel has them. Mariano's has them out there. I'm just using the stores around here. You can taste the food. I don't even have to eat lunch if I eat it right. Sweepstakes in-store displays are very good. It reminds you, it looks at it, it chuckles. Remember, once I put the seeds, other displays within the stores will get me to stimulate it, water it. Sales promotion techniques. And here it is, trade shows. This is more for the business to business. Coupons, samplings, premium, same thing. Okay, business to consumer, business to business, trade show, portfolios, deals, price reductions, catalogs, and convention. Okay, so some key consumer promotions is coupons. Okay, we had that in that one. Okay, now word of mouth. Let's look at word of mouth. If I look at the new word of mouth, they talked about most effective, because you tell friends that are not viral marketing, we talked about what they're getting paid for. People tell others about products they have purchased that they like or dislike. Word of mouth is important for products like car repairs. These are specialty items or unsought items we talked about in in chapter 14, if I'm mistaken, 14 or 15. Hairstylists, hotels, Facebook, social media, new word of mouth. Remember before, when that word of mouth, they would say 5 or 6 people would know about it. Now, word of mouth, depending on the social media and their friends' social media, it could go viral and you could get the good or bad. Restaurants and daycare. Okay? Now, the other one is emerging markets. You're looking at promotional tools, viral marketing. That's what we're talking about. A little different than the we talked about the ethics with stars or anything tweeting for pay. Okay, now viral market paying customers to say something positive on the internet, whereby consumers get commission. So sometimes you look at it, some of the reviews have been skewed. It kind of makes me wonder now: are all those reviews these are good, or is it someone they're paying to post a review and they get so many good reviews? Setting up a multiple schemes. Let me see, spelled wrong. Receive this for this what they by putting positive, even though they never used the product. Comments to get what they call swags, include free tickets, shirts, and other materials. Blog to get short for weblog. Online diary that looks like a web page but easier to create. Update by posting photos, videos, and link podcasting. A way to distribute it. Audio and video program via the internet. And an email have been around. Promotional increase awareness. A lot of times the email, I'm like, oh, I got too much email. It becomes more frustrating when not utilized. So be careful. Send it, but be cautious. Don't overburden them because they'll remember your name, but in the negative. In Facebook and Twitter. Okay. Now the last thing we're going to talk is push, pull, and pick. Push. Producers use advertising, personal selling, sales promotion to get their product stock on the shelf and other tools. They push the strategy. Now, pull strategy is directs heavy advertising and sales promotion towards the consumers, gets the public to request the product from the retailer. So if I'm a retailer that says I don't want to carry this, and they have this pull strategy, and you see on the drug, ask your doctor about this drug, it'll help you out there 90%. The doctor said, I don't know enough about it, but enough of their clients going to ask her, their patient's going to ask them. The doctor said, okay, I'll try it, I'll give it to you, because they're going to go to my competitors. And then when I look at pick strategy, refers to consumers who pick out their products from online retailers. Okay? Well, we covered pretty much today. We did it all right today. What the heck? Sorry. Oops. I'm live. Never mind. It didn't work out for me. All right, there we go. All right, we're going to do on expand, and I want to wrap this up. Okay, so we covered a lot today. We covered everything that you want to know about promotion. And remember, when you're looking at this class from a promotion standpoint, and just bring this down here. Okay, if I'm looking at this class from a promotional, no matter large, small, or medium businesses, all you have to look at that. You look at different markets, advertising. The bottom line is, who's my customers? How do they react? What media do they use? What are they comfortable? How do I interact with them subtly and plant those seeds and water those seeds so they come into my product? So I'm not overbearing, I'm not imposing, and I'm not becoming a nuisance where they remember me but in a negative. Okay? So my name is Dr. George Mochocki. This is Introduction to Business Organizations. This is Chapter 16, Promotional Techniques for Business. You'll utilize this as we're building up the feasibility product, new venture, or service you're going to be creating by taking all 20 chapters and applying that and presenting a portfolio for a new business as a team. Okay, so we'll see you. I think we're going to be doing personal finance, and the last 4 chapters are all going to be in accounting, finance, and money management. So it'll be interesting, about banking. Now you have the idea, everything else. Now you have to know how to obtain capital, either through debt financing or to equity. Again, my name is Dr. George Mochocki. Look me up on either taking me an online class or face-to-face class. I teach at a community college. If you can't take the course at the college I'm teaching, look up your community college. There's a lot of instructors. There's a lot of that have a similar class, and you'll get a good value, a good basic understanding about promotional techniques for business. And I'll see you in the next section. Bye.